To start out, that leads to a 2nd and 11.
Target.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Jones. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Green, 39.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
throwing, Jones. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
Richmond.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Jones. And Tate's got it. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Now let's go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Caught right side. Tate. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Set. Green.
Back to throw. Jones. To Barkley on the check down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Get the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Marcus Golden in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A handoff to Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What would Big Al was thinking on draft night? Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, he wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-Men.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Boom, landing!
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tate. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landing!
A first down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 1:59 to go in the first half. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And the Giants ready to come out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the crossing route, complete. It's Tate, and they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get this one up to the 26. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Jones on 1st and 10. He dumps it off to Barkley. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Jones on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Set. Green, 39.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The final shot before the break. Watson, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Jones now. Off play action. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Dalvin Tomlinson busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Single, slot. Reset.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And an alley to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Black 22! Black 22! Richmond!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Tiger!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Marcus Golden in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. This throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jones operating from the gun. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw complete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
An attempt at a deep ball there. Boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 3rd down, Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. On 1st and 10, Jones. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
The pitch goes to Barkley. 10 more there and another first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Jones now operating from the gun. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Benny Fowler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustment.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kareem Martin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Watson forced out to his left. 25 before going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Tiger.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On first down, Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come back. Richmond.
Here's Watson to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone. Hot.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 25. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The toss out to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Jones on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Watson off play action. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today. Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball. And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say. Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Black 99, feel it.
4 down, check. 4 down. Mike's 43.
Watson hands this to Foreman, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. An update now, they've gone final in Jacksonville, and it was the Jaguars who were able to come away with a victory there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team. Just something to build on. Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one. Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that. So for the Texans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.